Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to the new legendary hero. Yay, it's Ryoma. One thing I want to say before I talk about this Ryoma, I am super upset at Nintendo for putting it in their title. Come on, I saw the video, I wanted the hype built up, I wanted to see the name and try to guess who it was, but no, they put in stupid Ryoma in the title, so I knew it was gonna be him. Can you not make a YouTube video without the name in the title? And like, you're supposed to clickbait. How do you not know you're supposed to clickbait? Nintendo, come on. Like, give us a shot to guess it. Getting that aside, we finally got the banner today. We streamed all day long again. Thank you guys so much for the support, and we streamed up until the banner release. So let's take a look at Ryoma here. One thing to note here is he's done by Matt Mercer, which is insane. I love Matt Mercer, and I feel like Matt Mercer had a say in this, you know? Like, he's so hot right now that any Matt Mercer unit sells extra because it's Matt Mercer. His voice jobs are just so insane. His Crom, I can't stop this thing. It's just beautiful, so wonderfully good. And we are pumped up today, and I want to take a look at his skills here because they are interesting to say the least. There's a lot of hype, a lot of disappointment, a lot of everything in Twitch chat, and a lot of people back talking this banner, and I think they're super incorrect, and I want to talk about kind of why. So first off, his art is bonkers, so good, and I can't see wait to see the rest of his art. One of the coolest things is an innocent attack animation. He actually holds his Regento like this and kind of like meditates to it. I just love those little small effects, and that makes and breaks a character for me. Unfortunately, they didn't show a double attack without a special, so we don't know if he does a flip or anything with his sword. That's left to the imagination still, but overall, super duper stoked on that. So his skills, he's got Regento, old Regento. I kind of wish this was something named differently, and I wish this was better. It didn't have to be bonkers. Like, it didn't have to, I use the word bonkers a lot, eh? It didn't have to be something like a cooldown increase or decrease or something like that, or wrath on his weapon. Just something like make it like super Regento with +3 defense on it or something. Just something different. I really wish it was something different, if anything, just to make it look differently and act differently and feel differently than Ryoma. Weapons are really what makes a unit feel special, and I feel like releasing a legendary hero with their same previous weapon just feels terrible. That is my one complaint with this unit. He does come with Glimmer, 2-turn cooldown. He comes with Casual Stance 2, which is Swift Sparrow on enemy initiation, which I feel like is going to work perfectly with his build. And then he comes with Bushido, and that is Wrath without the HP requirement, but without the cooldown charge. So I think this is just in general worse than Wrath, but one thing people aren't noticing, and one thing I didn't notice until somebody mentioned, but he's a flyer with Wrath now, and a non-conditional HP Wrath. So he's the only flyer in the game that can get you this Wrath, that can get you that extra damage. Nobody else can do it. This is something special to him. So while we do see that this is worse than Wrath in a nutshell, it is essentially better because only he can use it. I'm assuming there's 0% chance it's inheritable as well, and I really like that it's here. Maybe it would have been cool if it did something else as well, but it is what it is, and we got an exclusive fire ability that nobody else can use, and I think that makes him legendary, and that's my goal for these units. For these legendary units, I want them to feel legendary, and that's one of the reasons why we want the weapon switch too. But because of Bushido, I think they definitely accomplished their goal, and I'm super stoked for this. I'm not entirely sold on how good Kestrel Stance is. Maybe that has to be changed out, but we'll see. And unfortunately, what a lot of people I think are just going to do with this Ryoma is take off Regento, put on Slaying Edge, put on Distant Counter, and there you go. You've probably got a better unit, and I hate that. And that's one of the reasons why I want Regento to be slightly better, because I hate that you can just take it off, put on Slaying Edge, and you're just in a better situation. That makes me so unbelievably sad. So what I'm hoping with this unit is that he's really bulky, and he really allows him to bait really easily, and hopefully he gets a decent amount of defense, and you can use IOT Shield just fine and counter some red tomes or something like that and some green tomes. I really hope he's useful at an enemy phase, because enemies do initiate, and you do get those stats with Kestrel Stance here. I'm fumbling over my words because I'm so hyped right now, by the way, guys. So I'm super stoked about this, and I don't know if I'm going to be pulling. I'll have a should you pull video out tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow before I start the stream, and we'll talk more in depth about these units, but you can see what units are going to be here in the middle, and I think it is fantastic. Just a general initial impression here. We have red with Ryoma with Sigurd, which is super weird because he's already been on a banner, and there's so many reds that haven't. And young Tiki, and one cool thing about young Tiki is that she is getting a weapon refine. If you did not notice, and I did not notice, but luckily you have the rest of the world to cover for us, young Tiki's weapon animation is different than it is currently with any other weapon in the game. So young Tiki will be getting a breath. It looks like some sort of ice maybe, but there's no ice particles. It looks like some sort of big weapon effect, like Divine Flame, somebody called it in chat, or Divine Breath, sorry. That would be fantastic, and I can't wait to see how she does, because I have a plus speed minus HP one on my main, and I want to use her so bad, and I'm so excited because I love her, and I really hope it has this encounter because I don't want to run a dragon without just encounter. So please, please, please let this refine be good. We also have to mention that there's probably 2 or 3 more refines coming with Tiki in the next week. We have to imagine it's going to come like one after another, so we'll probably get the refines maybe even with this, or maybe the patch after in the week coming. So we have some refines coming, I think, and that's super exciting. So thank you, IS, for finally giving Tiki some love. When I figured out Tiki does not come with Lightning Breath, I was super sad because Flame Tongue is just so terrible, and the fact that a 4-star adult Tiki gets a better weapon than young Tiki is just like, it didn't make sense in my head at the time, so I'm super stoked for that. As for green here, we have Winter Crom, we have Gunthra, and we have, who's the third? Flying Airzura. So green is insanely good as well. Crom is really, really good. Sack of Gifts is actually hilarious to give to people, and Flying Airzura is Flying Airzura, right? She's so good. I think she's the best dancer in the game, just because she comes with Hone Flyers as well, and having Hone Flyers in a dancer built in is super great. Gunthra is also fantastic, and I do want merges on Gunthra as well, and I think people should want merges on her for the long run. So blue is the insane one. You might say the bonkers one. We've got Fjorm, who is great. I love Fjorm. I want merges on her. We've got Harden, who is not only fantastic fodder, like the best fodder in the game, but he's also like the best blue unit in the game. And then we have Winter Robin, who is great. Cannon Boom's actually a really, really, really solid weapon, and he comes with Armor March as well, so he's great fodder. I think he's also Brazen Attack Speed, somebody was saying in chat, which is great. So blue is one of the best colors we've had in a long time, IMO, especially if you value fodder high. With how good Bold Fighter is, getting access to Bold Fighter and your Pity Breakers being Armor March and a legendary unit is just perfect. Hard to beat that, IMO. Finally, we have Colorless, which just like, sorry buddy, but Colorless sucks. Colorless is not a good color to be in. We have Inez here, who is not the best unit, and I was so shocked when I saw Inez because I thought for sure Elise was coming this time around. So when I saw Inez, I was like crossing my finger there was no Elise, because I do not want another Inez. Not that he's a bad character or anything like that, but he just doesn't have a place on my team right now. He can't really bait mages effectively. I find he still dies sometimes, so I try not to use him too much. And then there's Takumi, who I just don't use. I think his weapon might be really solid, but overall there's not a real place for throwing users right now, for ninjas, for daggers, that's what they're called. One of those 3 names is right, Mango. So Colorless, we've also got Robin, who's great, but she's surrounded by 2 that aren't. So Colorless is not the best. I think most people should be skipping Colorless unless you have a natural love for one of these characters, and then you know you're going to be pulling anyway. So we will have an in-depth view on these units in the next 12 hours, I think. When I wake up, I'm going to start right away and get going at it. But for now, this is the best we can do, and I hope you guys are excited for Ryoma as me. And I would love to know in the comments below what you think about Ryoma. I'm actually kind of surprised it wasn't a Fae original content unit. I thought for sure it was going to be an original unit, and I'm super surprised it wasn't. But Ryoma makes a lot of sense. He definitely needs some more love. He is Matt Mercer, which helps too. So everything just makes a lot of sense here. So anyways, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching today. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and please, please, please join our Discord, join our Twitch, join me on Twitter, join me on Instagram, even if you want to see pictures of my dog. I super appreciate it. Just keep the keep the chat flowing between us all and keep the community growing, because I love all of you guys and talking to all of you. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye now.